Oh, how that works. Let's give it a shot. So this is the one I did last time, and I'm just gonna go ahead and see if my brain's gonna let me show you guys how I brainstorm for the idea for the next little thumbnail I like to do. Um, Obviously, I got my glasses on so I can see it. And what else? What other information should I give you? Um, uh, Basically, I will check to make sure the stream went well. I think I named it right, but I'll have to check those settings later. This is it. Basically, what I do is usually if it's this one I did in my phone, and I just quickly transferred it to here. It's the app I'm using is Sketch Club. I think you can do an about thing right there. And it goes to somewhere it shows you Sketch Club or something like that. But it's because it I knew it before my brain injury, so it's basically it's my go-to to quickly get everything done because I know where muscle memory wise I can pretty much get it the way I look and what I'm looking for. Just go shut these off. And then I'll just shut off this. I think I'm gonna end up using the not Artie here, but I'm gonna use this guy here. I think I'll end up using them later, but we'll grab them differently. I think they're in here somewhere. Right. No, that's the writing. Anyway, we're gonna start new. So then so this is weird. Usually I have this pad's able to move as I need it. So forgive me. It's my first time actually doing it with somebody watching. Pen. So let's just get used to it. I guess Oh, so I know I want to do some maybe some like a rocky look to Artie with his fist up, maybe a little bit larger though, like that, like that. We'll come in over Artie's face like that. His hands like this, right, and down here, and but what we'll do is we'll make Artie as all black-eyed and whatnot like that. I don't know if that's gonna be enough for uh, getting some zombies around him, but we'll shrink it if we have to. So I'll go ahead and do this. And so basically, as I start this and my brain starts beating me up, and starts saying, "Oh my God, you can't draw anymore," and stuff like that. And just don't listen to it, man. Just have fun with it, right? Just have fun with it. Sometimes they don't work out. Maybe you didn't pay attention to, or maybe trying to go over the what you can get done, basically. Skill set or what you're drawing with. I know that a lot of times I go to Adobe Photoshop and I want to do what I want to do in here, and I can't. I get really frustrated that I can't get it to work the same way. So I gotta change that over. Skip that out of here. Get back that resolve. But you just don't beat yourself up and say, all right, that's a normal thing. Because if you look at like I watched this one guy that was on I forget what country it was, but I'm sure you've seen it, or if you haven't, look it up. The guy takes a bunch of spray paint and starts making like space scenes with it and whatnot, and then it's not just that guy. There's more people that do that. They're like another guy cuts into wood and just makes this amazing thing. They're like Mozarts in their field. You shouldn't compare yourself to somebody that's even halfway there, you know? And if you are there, you wouldn't be saying to anybody else that, like, oh no, you shouldn't even start. I don't think any good person who wants to inspire people to draw would say that. But usually I don't have a problem drawing artist face. Today it seems to be a little more difficult. This is also just to I noticed my on the Twitch my categories weren't right. I'm still having problems with the streams coming out named the way they're supposed to. I'll eventually figure it out. I did a lot of recording, but unfortunately this stuff I can't actually test this stuff. I can't actually learn from it. I remember what have I done so far? I've messed up a recording. Went to the bathroom and I never came back and turned the sound on. So I did that, and so that one got scrubbed, you know, because I forgot to turn the sound on. Then the other, I think it was last week that I streamed, I forgot to push the market button, so highlighting became a little bit of a longer process. So there's that. I don't know if we're going to do bare knuckle with Artie, or let's get his eyes in so I can figure out where his hand's got to be. So it depends on, so Artie's nose is basically in the middle, you know, ginger man. And then the mustache here is about that. And then, I don't know what face we'll give him right now, we'll just give him this. But his eyes here. So, this and that. And then, this and that. We want to do that Adrian kind of swole, maybe. I don't know, I'll have to look that up, how that's going to look. And then maybe a little slanted on this one. Get that over eyelid of getting punched. And I'll remember to do some bruising here. Then it's, because we want to show that off, so we'll do some, that's right, we'll do some, gotta get the right size of that. Some triangles for his hands. Just makes it easier for me. And if you know, sometimes I won't be able to do this. You know, my brain will just say, it just won't give me that skill. It happens sometimes. I'll just be staring at something, and I'm like, I don't even understand how to get there. But I enjoy doing it. Let's see though. Like right now, my brain's going, what are you doing? So usually if I have, right, I don't really know what we'd do with his boxer's got to be that whole, like, that kind of thing. I want to show, like, already had the chance to do it, you know? Maybe a kind of muscle tee or whatever that's called. Yeah, that should be good. A good way that helps me too is once I have that on here on this guy. Can you see? Okay, on this guy, it's different. On here I draw in white. On here I draw in black. So I'm gonna try to draw in black here. See how well it does. You just tap it once and boom. But for right now, I think to shade it. I forgot how to do it. Paste it. Here we go. So I have to do the real one, I'll have to do in white right over it. So go back, boom. Now we're going to switch to white. That's good. That's good, bro. So Artie has basically like a black, like short-haired fur, and obviously his white face, and it's like more of a plastic kind of look. As can you see? This is actually one of my Arties I made. I would just model. I don't know. I make a lot of different kind of Arties, so let's see. Oops. Oh my goodness, I made a layer. Okay, good. Good. And then I basically go back to the pen and just clean that up. Even though that this will most likely be a white on white, I like to get the background white first, which will be, I think in this case, a little wider than, I think, oops, occasionally it does it. And you just hit back. Okay, so sometimes it grabs the eraser. I had the Adobe Photoshop. I think it was Adobe Photoshop. Or no, I had the Procreate did it to me the other day. So I don't know if it's an iPad thing or I'm doing some kind of hand gesture that makes that happen. But it happened the other day. I was like, oh, come on. I thought it was just Sketch Club, but it happened on Procreate. I think it just happens on this more often because I end up using this more often. It might, and like I said, it might be some gesture I'm unknowingly doing. I like Photoshop, but I haven't gotten used to or remembering on how to grab the brushes I want. It seems like I'm always stuck with the same brushes, and I can't get the brushes to do what I need them to do to draw from my kind of style to get it drawn. You know, I like to be quick. I like to get it while I still have patience, basically. And I think like the brush or whatever you're gonna call it, the pen, the drawing shape that happens. I think it should also inspire new ideas. It shouldn't be like, all right, I have the idea, but because if you want to just go in there and relax, you want to be inspired by maybe it made a shape or a certain way or something like that. Like I never was good at painting, but I imagine that's what painters get from certain brush types that they accidentally, oh, that looked like this, so change up the whole idea for them. Let's it grow kind of thing. Oh, I guess I should put this on. Just in case that makes noise, huh? Okay. Alright, so you guys still see what I'm doing? That looks kind of cool, right? Alright, so that's how we get Artie down. But now, so what Artie also has, so he has white Converse like shoes, not Converse, because I don't want to get sued. But he also has gloves, that are always on him. Now on these Arties, I had to actually make their hands, but because I don't have anything that would actually take the place of doing that. So I haven't figured that out yet. I was lucky enough to find the shape of his head on something. It is a boat floaty key ring, I think, or something like that. I got one more, so I might actually show you guys how I made one more Artie and what I did with it. But I think that might have to be a YouTube thing because although I've done 3 Arties, I don't retain the information. Everything to me when I do it is created new as you see it, and then it's gone. So I'd have to relive the whole thing again. I don't mind because I just rely on my brain to do it. But it's like, I don't know, it's like being a bus driver expecting the bus to take everybody where they're supposed to go. It's like, don't ever let them know what's behind the curtain. So hopefully that doesn't happen. That should be good for Phil. Ooh, are you doing all layers? Which would be odd if you are, because how are you doing all layers? Did I switch layers? Okay. Fine, you're doing all layers. Consider all layers. Consider no layers. And consider you draw that first before you fill it. Okay. So I guess I'll put this on till now. So I'm also gonna, so I've been following this guide of what to do for this online stuff. So I think the video I made it to was creating merch, and I'm like, creating merch, okay. And so I created like 2 stickers and whatnot just so I could finish the lesson on the how to get the merch store up and running. And there it did again. So I had to complete the lesson, I had to completely create, like, the pictures I already have and make them a merchable sticker or whatever you call it. And I got the about section on the Twitch working, and lo and behold, there's the Streamlabs store and whatnot. That's okay, that shows up. But then it doesn't show up on any mobile device. So I'm like, okay, because I'll have to add that to the list of stuff to get working. And then because when something goes wrong for me, it's a big pain in the butt to get it fixed, so I don't have to think about it again. You know what I mean? Because I would have to relive the whole thing. Everything I do, I have to retrain myself. Like if I didn't do it within that week, I have to retrain myself to do the whole thing because it's new and it's a week later, and I'll dump it. I'll dump everything of it. Sometimes I'll retain some stuff, but usually it just wipes everything out. I don't mind doing it because obviously if I'm interested in doing it, I'm gonna be just as much as I was the first time interested in learning it again. But sometimes I put my foot in something like, oh, you said you were gonna do something here, and I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, I can't even remember how to do that thing. There we go, nice. But I'll eventually get around to it, get it completed and finished. Like let's see, I got a bunch of racing clips to do for my son. I got a hot rod video that I filmed and put together, and just got to finish it. I think that one actually is done. I just got to relook at it again. I filmed a movie that turned into a trailer that's got to be turned into a teaser because of some problems we had that day for sound. Oh, and then we went to do a horror ghost investigation thing that we normally do every year, and I have footage for that, but it's just putting it together. I have to learn how to use that program all over again. See, that looks good. I like that. So now we'll get we'll go a little darker for the shirt. Or we'll wait. No, we'll go with this color here. Let's see what this looks like. I hit the eraser again. Nope, that's a brush pen. Just to be sure. Okay, it is darker. So then I'll have this, then I'll be able to export it over into a PSD and finish it up on the board. Just usually I like to, I just quickly take images just to get it done. But this time I said, all right, I want to draw the whole thing myself. Yeah. So obviously that takes a little longer, doesn't it? Well, for me. For somebody that's, skilled at doing this, they can kick it out in a minute, I suppose. Okay, it should be complete. We'll find out if it's not in a second. Okay. Then for his body, we'll just do a little lighter on black so you can see it, and then we'll add highlights. We'll do highlights last. I guess everybody does highlights last, but because I only do black and whites, it's not I can't do color. It's just I just like doing blacks and whites better. Even for my tattoos, I was like, no, I don't want no color, please. Just black. Let's see. Now I take that other guy here. Okay. Now do is grab this color and change it ever so slightly. Pen, and we're not on the right one. And that's not the right one. There we go. I don't know if it'd be more interesting to see me actually drawing on the pad, or I mean, because all you're seeing is what it just showing up. I can put another camera on the top. Yeah, you're right. That wouldn't be that, would it? That would be black. I'll fix that in a minute. Sorry. Speaking, yeah, you're right. I do that a lot. Let's see. So what I was just talking to myself about was here. It would be black. Just on the top. Then it would continue the dark, right? So it's just because it's the shirt. The shirt doesn't have fur. I can't even see that. There we go. Oh goodness, hold on. That arm's wrong. Why is it wrong? It's wrong because. Sorry. Hello. That should be better. squigglies. Don't like it to squeaky. Now we can bring it back to you. There we go. I know that's my solid colors. Now I go above that layer and figure out what it's going to look like. So we're going to navigate to sketch some ideas. Let's see. Kind of your drawing pad, so to speak. Give him a face. Maybe a little. How we would show those two or something. Some of that. Swollen lip. Let's get that right here. Okay, like drippy eyelid. Okay. Bigger. Lower. Oops. And that. Oh, I have to look at some images of, like, you know, the iconic things. It's not. I don't know if that's sticking out to me, or I don't think I'm doing that justice. Let's see. Guess I could do another. Oh, oh, because in this case it would be. Oops. Whoopsies. Just the shading. Okay. So eraser. Okay. Back to black. to and a little bit longer, about 15 minutes, and then we'll save this for another day, I suppose. Or maybe I'll just finish it up. Who knows? Guess I still didn't. Usually I make the clip, and then I quickly go to this pad here and I start drawing out whatever it is that's what the clip ended up being. And in this case, it was fist challenge. Although I'm pretty sure my guy almost bought the farm. Pretty sure he almost bought the farm. I wonder if now that I'm recording it, I'll figure out what it is that I keep doing there. It calls out the eraser. It's gotta be some hand gesture or something. And then, another thing I couldn't figure out was categories or tags. I can't which one it was. I think it was categories. So you'd all right, I'm going to talk about this, that, and that. So you'd think you would put a tag in there, but it doesn't let you put a tag in there. So I'm like, oh, what's the point of the tags then? They have to already exist, I guess. Tag already has to exist before you go ahead and put it in there. It seems odd. I guess the tag's not a searchable thing, maybe? I don't know. I'll figure it out though eventually. Another thing I think I can do here. Doesn't happen to you guys. Yeah, that's good though. Let's see, get back to normal. Go ahead and put that overline on the shirt. Oops. Oh, black. Black. do the same thing, I guess. Let's see where that zombie stuff is. Zombies. We'll do another layer. And we'll do, whoops. Copy down. Drag that up to the top here. Do the boop. Looking okay. Ooh, that's a big blur. That's good. Gotta do shading on his face. I may widen his eyes a bit. Like, I think I might want to duplicate that. So I'm thinking is grabbing his eye here on his left eye, and so when I select it, I'll be able to shape it and change it as I want for it to move. So I think I'll mess with that a bit. Maybe drop everything down a bit to where the just to see how it might look. But I think other than widening it out so it takes up his whole face, get proper use of that, and then we'll detail it up for his shadowing of his gloves and whatnot, his finger indents and stuff like that. Maybe a little darken shading around the neck here. I guess I can do that now. We want to go black. Oh, that's really torturous. Let me get over here. We'll just smudge that out. Yeah, not that big now. We'll slowly that size. That's good. But I think I have to call it here. And we'll continue next time. So far, that's what it is, and that's what we're working on. And maybe I'll do that as a screenshot so far. Or just this. I don't know. We'll just leave the thumbnail the way it is. Of the thumbnail making. I don't know. It's getting too meta. Take care, guys.